Welcome, listeners, to a deep dive into, well, a really enchanting destination. We've got this fascinating set of sources that paint such a vivid picture of Jaflong over in Sylhet, Bangladesh. Our mission today, to kind of unpack these insights, give you a shortcut to understanding this unique place. We
Mhm.
want to pull out the surprising facts, the core experiences, really what makes it so special. So get ready to discover a place that, well, many people say just steals your heart.
Yeah, and what's really compelling about these sources, I think, is how they go beyond just, the geography. They really invite us to understand the essence of Jaflong, everything from its stunning natural beauty to the vibrant lives of the people there. We'll be exploring what makes this spot not just like visually appealing, but actually deeply enriching.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Let's try and paint that picture of Jaflong like our sources do. So imagine this beautiful valley, right? The Pian River, crystal clear, flowing right there between Bangladesh and India. It's surrounded by these lush green hills. And you can actually see the hills of Meghalaya in India right across the border. They're really close.
hmm And what's fascinating here is the sensory detail that comes through. The sources talk about how the water is just so blue, so transparent. You can literally see the stones at the bottom. It gives you this overall, like, postcard perfect landscape feel. It sounds incredible.
That transparency sounds amazing. I mean, could you really see the bottom clearly? And how does that hold up with the seasons changing? Because that often affects rivers, right? Especially think about those boat rides they mentioned.
That's a really good point. The sources definitely highlight the clarity, especially outside the monsoon season. Apparently, the minerals and the flow from the hills keep it that way. But you hit on something crucial the seasons. So the local boatmen, they say the hills look even more beautiful, like intensely green during the monsoon. But the water itself can get muddy then, and the currents are stronger. So most visitors, they really prefer to come after the rainy season. The sources actually pinpoint October to February as the best time. And get this. Early February is described as ideal, dry, cool breeze, blue skies, calm river. Perfect conditions.
Ah, okay, so timing is key.
Definitely. It shows how understanding those seasonal shifts can totally change or enhance your experience.
Right. So, okay, you've taken in the view, maybe I'd gone on a boat ride in the right season.
hmm
What about tasting Jaflong? Our sources mentioned some local food experiences. What stood out there?
Oh, yeah, the food. The sources describe like walking along the shore and trying local dishes. Specifically, they rave about the Sylheti chicken curry with steamed rice, described as incredible, flavorful, and properly homemade. Sounds delicious.
Homemade curry by the river.
Nice.
But then there's the really unique thing, the famous seven-layer tea. Have you heard of this? It's served in a glass, and you can see all these different colored layers.
7 layers. How do they even do that?
I know. It looks like a rainbow in a glass, as one
That's-
source put it. It's described as just a unique experience, and it really drives home that idea, doesn't it? That local food, these unique drinks, they're so integral to really getting a place. Absolutely. It's not just fuel, it's part of the culture. So beyond the sights and tastes, what about the people, the human element? Our sources gave some pretty moving glimpses into the lives of the locals.
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting, I think. We hear about people like a woman who collects stones from the river, and she's been doing it for 15 years, just collecting stones to make a living.
Wow, 15 years, that's dedication.
It really is. And it shows this kind of deep connection between the community and the river, doesn't it? The river literally provides their livelihood. It's quite humbling, actually, seeing someone's everyday life happening right there amidst all that beauty. And it's not just her. The sources also mention the boatmen being really welcoming. They share stories, give directions to other nearby spots like Lalakal.
Lolaka, what's that?
It's apparently another beautiful spot, a canal known for its blue water. And they also recommend visiting Khasi villages nearby. The Khasi people are an indigenous group in that area with their own distinct culture. So these interactions, they show how tourism can directly support the community.
Right. And it gives you a much deeper understanding than just looking at the scenery.
Exactly. It makes you see the place through the eyes of the people who actually live there, understand their work, their traditions. And it really underscores the importance of, respecting the locals and their way of life when you visit.
Definitely. So, okay, for anyone listening who's now thinking, wow, I want to go to Jaflong, what practical tips did our sources offer? Let's summarize those.
Right, practicalities.
Yeah.
So first off, reiterate the best time to visit, October to February. That came through strongly. Then definitely bring comfortable shoes. Good point. You'll be walking along the riverbank, maybe scrambling up small hills for views. Also, sunscreen and a hat. Sounds obvious maybe, but the sun can be strong even if it feels cool.
Good tips. Anything else?
Yeah, just reinforcing that point about the community. Try to support local businesses when you're there. And crucially, leave no trace. Don't leave litter behind. It's vital to help preserve the beauty of Sylhet for everyone.
Excellent advice. What an incredible deep dive this has been. It's so clear that Jaflong isn't just, a pretty picture. It's a living place, a vibrant community with these rich traditions, great food. It really shows how immersing yourself fully, landscape, people, everything, creates an experience that, yeah, probably does steal your heart.
And what really stands out, I think, is that mix the stunning nature and the human element, the way people live and work there. It creates something genuinely unique, and it raises a bigger question, perhaps for all of us as travelers, as learners. How can we engage with places like Jaflom, not just looking, but in a way that respects their beauty and also supports the lives of the people who sustain it? Maybe seeking out those local stories, making those connections. That's what can really transform any trip into like a truly profound journey of discovery.